One of the most popular sports in the modern world is football, commonly known as soccer. Thousands of spectators in the stadium, as well as millions of football enthusiasts throughout the world, watch every football match, and fans are thrilled by every penalty kick, goal kick, and corner kick, with some unforgettable moments that will be remembered for a lifetime, and other moments that will become symbols of the team, and in some cases, the country. Without further ado, here are the most unforgettable moments in football. The first is, Bergkamp gets the ball from the sky. The unforgettable moment happened during the match of Netherlands vs Argentina at Stade Velodrome World Cup quarterfinal, 4th of July 1998. But then what happened in the last minute was completely astonishing. It's the 89th minute of the game, and both teams are tied 1-1. Frank de Boer of the Netherlands hits a 60-yard bomb that reaches the sky. Dennis Bergkamp was standing nearby, waiting for the ball. He controlled the ball flawlessly as soon as it reached him. He gets around Ayala and bends the ball into the net, fooling the goalkeeper. The match result was 2-1, and at the last moment made the football team from Netherlands win the game, and that final minute is recognized as one of the most memorable in football history. Dennis Nicolaas Maria Bergkamp was born on May 10, 1969 in the Netherlands. A former player and professional football coach, Bergkamp has been labeled a dream for a striker by colleague Thierry Henry, and boasts the finest technique of any Dutch international, said Jan Mulder. Bergkamp was moved from primary striker to second striker, where he stayed for the rest of his career. Bergkamp is widely recognized as one of the greatest players of his period, earning the nickname "Non-Flying Dutchman" from Arsenal supporters due to his phobia of flying. Next is the team effort of Dutch players. During the match of Netherlands vs West Germany at Olympiastadion World Cup final on 7th of July 1974. The first minute of the match was waiting to become history as soon as it began. The self-assured Dutch players produced one of the best ball-passing displays the world has ever witnessed. This 17-pass move culminated in a worthy goal, with 8 out of 11 Dutch players contributing. The finest part was that the passes were so accurate that the Germans didn't have a chance to touch the ball. The German team did still win the game by the score of 2-1. The first minute of the game was incredible, thanks to the Dutch players' excellent passing. Despite the fact that the Dutch team did get the victory, those moments are still remarkable as one of the most remarkable in football history. Third on the list is Real Madrid's famous win. Real Madrid had a rocky first 18 minutes. Real Madrid quickly learned, however, that Eintracht Frankfurt's defense is not as strong as it appears. Real Madrid's players then began focusing on attacking, and they produced a spectacular display for the audience to enjoy. They took a commanding lead in the game over the span of 37 minutes, with some historically significant events. This resulted in a 7-3 victory for Real Madrid over Eintracht Frankfurt. This incredible event occurred on May 18, 1960, during the European Cup final between Real Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt at Hampden Park. The energy, enthusiasm, and into-the-game attitude were incredible. As a result, this encounter is considered one of the best football matches ever. Next is the Hungary surprise, changed the history. England has never been defeated in its own country. It allowed England to go over 90 years without losing at home. However, the match of England vs Hungary at Wembley on November 22, 1953 was not their day. From the start, the Hungarian players were eager to make history. They scored in the first 45 seconds of the game, and the lead was maintained. With a score of 6-3, Hungary defeated England in the match. They scored similarly spectacular goals to dash the dreams of the English audience. This match features outstanding teamwork. Another unforgettable moment is the Italian Rossi's Made in Brazil cry. On the 5th of July 1982, during the World Cup second stage encounter between Brazil and Italy at Estadio Sarria, Paolo Rossi, who had only lately returned from a betting controversy, was only there to establish his worth. And oh boy, did he do it? Although the entire match was a football classic to see, Rossi's final goal to give Brazil the lead was spectacular. Paolo Rossi scored 6 goals that led Italy to the 1982 FIFA World Cup title, earning the Golden Boot as top goalscorer and the Golden Ball as player of the tournament. To honor this extraordinary efforts in that match, his autobiography was titled, "I Made Brazil Cry." With a score of 3-2, Italy defeated Brazil. Thousands of their fans are delighted with this victory. This contest is often recognized as the best World Cup football match ever played. Sixth on the list is Uruguay smashed dreams of Brazil. Considering their prior performances, the Brazilians were confident in their ability to defeat Uruguay. They were on their own turf and considered it a piece of cake. But what transpired in those 90 minutes will go down in history. On July 16, 1950, during the Uruguay vs. Brazil Maracanã match World Cup final stage, the encounter was tight with a 1-1 score. And Uruguay was really pushing it, trying everything they could to score another goal. There were 12 minutes left in the game, and the moment had arrived. Chiguia performed a heroic part in the match by scoring the game's final unforgettable goal, which helped them defeat the invincible Brazil. The match was acknowledged as one of the highlights of the World Cup and one of the best of all time, making it a worthy addition to our list of legendary and unforgettable moments in the history of football. Next one is the Miracle of Bremen. On July 4, 1954, at the World Cup final between West Germany and Hungary at the Wankdorf Stadium, the World Cup was expected to still be won by Hungary. They haven't lost a match in nearly 4 years. West Germany, on the other hand, performed a miracle. Hungary enjoyed a 2-0 advantage at the start, but the Germans immediately decided to go for a break. They scored 3 goals with a flawless attack and the most famous comeback in football history. This match is as classic as they come, with an underdog defeating a stronger contender. Another iconic moment is the Brazil's zeal for the World Cup. Brazil was desperate to win the World Cup for the first time in their history. Their goal was to advance to the quarterfinals, but before that, they had to defeat the USSR team. On June 5th in the year of 1958, during the World Cup group stage match between Brazil and the USSR at Ullevi Stadium, Brazilians were cautious at first, but when the game started and they started playing, they gave all their best. All of their supporters are hoping for them to win the World Cup for the first time, and undoubtedly, the Brazilian team earned the trust of their fans by defeating the USSR team with a score of 2-0. Within 3 minutes, the game's only goals were scored by Pelé, who was then an unknown rookie player, and he shone like a light in that match. The turning minutes are thought to be the best 3 minutes ever played in football and became the 3rd most iconic football moments ever. Second to last is the magic of Maradona. During the World Cup quarterfinal at Azteca Stadium on the 22nd day of June in the year of 1986, the match between Argentina and England was incredibly close, with both teams scoring 1 goal. Then something magical occurred. Maradona, a member of the Argentina team, demonstrated his footwork by wonderfully avoiding half of the English team to reach his final position. He then scored a game-changing goal with a textbook strike. He scored both goals in a 2-1 win over England that has gone down in football history for 2 reasons. The first goal was scored after an unpenalized handling foul dubbed as the Hand of God, and the second goal was scored after a 60-meter, 66-yard dribble past 5 England players. Maradona's miraculous strike earned him the Golden Ball as the tournament's best player, and it is widely regarded as the best individual goal ever scored in football. Last but not least, the Carnivale. In the year of 1970, on the 21st day of June, at the Azteca Stadium World Cup final, one of the most classic matches between Italy and Brazil happened. Brazil was leading 3-1 and had little to worry about. However, the world was about to witness the greatest moment in history. Clodoaldo, a Brazilian, takes the ball after tricking 4 Italians and passing it to Rivellino. The ball is passed from Rivellino to Geracinho, who dodges 2 Italians and passes the ball to Pelé. Pelé paused for a moment, waiting for Alberto to appear. He then passed the ball to Alberto, who makes no mistake in scoring the best collaborative goal ever, the greatest football moments in history, and the best team effort ever seen. This near-perfect teamwork ultimately resulted in the moment of the pinnacle of the sport football. New heroes and icons develop as a result of these iconic moments, whom we follow and admire. Millions of football fans around the world will never forget this. These unforgettable moments were already engraved in football's history. That's all for this video. I hope to see you next time. Bye!